there, Sandra here, and today I'm making a card with my Siser Juliet. So I've got a card front here and I have a piece of acetate cut out. It has a little hole at the top. I don't know if you can actually catch that on camera, I think so. And I have the number 65 because it's for a 65th birthday. I'm going to be putting that 65 on there. So to do that I want some transfer tape. Give that a good rub and then hopefully that will have transferred over. Yeah, no problem there. And now I need to line it up as well as I can on an invisible circle. Let's see if this has transferred. Okay, now the tricky bit is I want to do exactly the same on the other side with the reverse 65. Now this is definitely going to be tricky. There we go, managed to get that done pretty well. Now the next thing I want to use is some fishing twine, and neither my husband nor myself fish, but I bought this for craft use. It's useful when you want something relatively visible. So double it over. This is sort of like classic gift tag ribbon using, you see what I mean, through the hole. And then both of those go through the loop. Tricky to catch hold of, but that at least hangs better, I believe. Tiny bit of glue, press down with a silicone finger. So add another little blob of glue just there. It's only a very tiny amount of glue, and then I know that's going to be safe. It's not going to shift anywhere, and I can just trim off the excess of the twine. So that is the front bit done. Now I need to do a note to the back of this. I have a piece of foam because this is going to be a lighting up card, so I need to put the foam on there. And actually I'm thinking probably hot glue is going to be, I'm just going to switch this back on. So don't use much glue because you don't want bulk in there, you just need to stick it down. Now you notice there is a big hole there. I've got some double-sided tape that I've had cut for a while, and I'm going to put one of those in there. I'm going to keep the top of it on at the moment. Just going to take a little bit under that side. Make sure to keep the gap there. The gap is quite deliberate. It's amazing how these strands get everywhere. Right, okay, so we got this bit done, and the other thing that I want to do on the front of it is to apply this decal, because that's going to go around there. So I need to sort out some lights. I've got a couple of, well, I should say, not a couple. I've got a single light from a battery operated LED set. You can cut them off, there's not a problem with that. But what you need to do to make them work is remove the coating that's on the wires. These wires have got coatings. If they didn't, they would short out. So they have a coating, and it's important that you take a little bit of that coating off, otherwise it's just not going to do anything. It's just going to sit there and it won't look pretty. I've got a nail drill, and this is what I use to make the wires bare. However, you don't have to use a nail drill. A nail file will do. You just need something that's going to take the coating off. It's just that this is quicker. Get some of the dust off in case there is. Wrong way round, right way round. So this is my positive one. I'm just going to put a little bend in the end so that I know that that's the positive wire and goes on the top, and the other one goes underneath it. Just makes it easier to put in. Now what I want to do is to put this light in here somewhere. I just want to put the negative wire, the end of that, curl it around a little bit and stick it onto that double-sided tape and put a battery over the top. I'm not going to use this battery though, because that one has been used a lot and I don't know what the life of it is like. So I will get a fresh battery out. These are CR2016, which means they're very, very thin. They don't add a lot of weight or bulk. and I press that onto there. Now the fact that I have that sticky tape there in the first place means that my battery stays in place and it forces a connection to the wire. This one I want to turn so that it is facing that gap, and then if I put that there, you can see that it will light it up. So what we want to do obviously is to stop that from connecting when we don't want it to connect. If you fold over about an inch so that the slippery side is on the outside of this, with the inch part upwards, put it in place like that, and then put your sticky circle over the top. When you do this, when it goes onto the card, someone pulling that will be able to pull away the slippery part and pinch it to connect it, and it should stay on. So when you've got this in place, turn it over without moving it and just put some temporary adhesive tape like that. I know this isn't going to damage the card, but it's keeping that little piece of paper in place, which is important when I want to stick this onto the card front. If it moves, then nothing is going to work. I've added a load of foam strips to the back of the card because my battery was a bit thicker than this very thin foam. I didn't realise until I'd tried to put it together that this foam is thinner than the usual foam that I use. So I've added another layer with this various pieces of foam so that the battery is not sort of sticking out as a lump. And now all I do is put it onto the card front using the hole to line it up as well as the sides. Not an easy thing to do on camera, so I'm going to do that off camera because I know how hard this is to get lined up without everything getting stuck down too fast. So that's on there, and what I can do now is just peel gently to remove this transfer tape, because this is now where it's supposed to be. And if I give that a tug, if I'd have removed, and I just realised I didn't remove the yellow backing tape from the battery. So now that this is finished, apart from the sentiment and any other embellishments you may want to add on, this piece of paper comes up like that and you can write the instructions on it. I've put press here where I can feel the battery is. So you want to make sure that that faces up when the card goes in the envelope. Here's the finished card. I've added gems around the inside of the window and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they stay on. And I've added happy birthday sentiment as well, and then some silvery dots and things. It just makes it look very festive and sparkly and yeah, just nice. I'll see you again soon. Take care now.